Hello, students. So, in this special video, thanks to Miss Shea and Miss O'Hara, we're working on reading multi-syllable words. That means more than one syllable with the super E or magic E or what we all know as silent E, where if a word ends with an E at the end, like right here, for example, word ends with an E at the end, like right here, for example, that E is silent, but it makes the vowel say its name. So we're going to start. So what we have is a whole list of these words. And if you start to get the game, please lower my voice's volume so you can practice reading this on your own. But the most important thing to know is when you have a word with two syllables, break it down. Break it down because part of the syllables like part of this one syllable is like a lot easier to read than the other. So let's start. I put a syllable division line to let you know where the syllable breakdown is. All right, so let's try this out. Here we go. Starting with the first syllable for this one. P, a, n, p, an, pan. So obviously this syllable is pan. Right? Now take a look at this one. There's the A. There's another vowel right there. You highlight it. But notice that there's an E at the end. So that E makes the letter A, say its name as A says A. And now we read it as K, A, K, K, ache, cake. So if we put it together, this is pan, cake, pan, cake. Pan, cake, pancake. Yum. Easy, right? Okay, let's try this again. Let's try this one. So first of all, we'll find the vowel. There's the U. And now we're going to read it sound by sound. K, up, k, up, cup, cup. That makes sense. That's a cup. Now let's try this one. There's the vowel. It's the letter A. But don't forget there's an E at the end. So the E makes the A say its closed version, which is A says A. So now we're going to read it as K, A, K, K, ache, cake. So we're going to put these two syllables together as cup, cake, cupcake, cupcake. Let's try this one. So we're going to highlight the vowel, which is O, but because there's a consonant right there, this is O says ah. So this becomes K, ah, calm. K, ah, calm. Now we find the other vowel here, and there's an E. And normally this is E says eh, but because there's a super E there at the end, this now is E says E and goes P. It's E says E. So now it's P, E, T, Pete, Pete. Let's put the word together. Compete. Compete, which means to battle in something. Woohoo! Now I want you to take a look at this one. These are two consonants and they make two separate sounds, but together they'll make one sound. So st, so st, like in star. So we're going to find the vowel, and there it is. It's the A, but because there's an M in front of it, this is A says ah. So let's read it. St-am, stam, st-am, stam. Now let's find the vowel in the other syllable. It's E, says eh, but because there's an E at the end, this is now E says E. So we're going to read it peed, peed, peed. So let's put the syllables together. Stampede, stampede, which is when there's a lot of animals chasing down other animals. Now let's try this one. First, find the vowel. It's there, it's the letter A. But because there's a D in front of it, it's its closed version of A. So let's read it. T-a-d, tad, t-ad, tad. Now let's look at the second syllable. There's an O. And usually this is O says ah, but because of that E at the end of the syllable, this is now O says O. Now let's blend it. P, O, O. P-o, pole. So now let's put the two syllables together. Tadpole. Tadpole. Oh, how cute. A tadpole is a baby frog. Let's try this one. So, see, there's the O, which is the vowel, but because there's an S in front of it, this is O says aw. So let's blend them together. K, aw, s, k, os, cos, cos. Now let's find the vowel here in the other syllable. It's used as but because there's an E there, this becomes long, open you. So you says you. So let's try it. Yume, tume, tume. So let's put these together. Costume, costume. Now it's kind of weird. This T kind of like it's so costume, costume, costume. A costume is what someone wears. Now we're going to try this one. This is A says a because there's an M in front of it. So let's read it. Vam, vam, vam. And now let's see where this is. This vowel is I. Usually I says I, but because of this E at the end, the E makes the I say its name, so it's I says I. P, ire, p, ire, pyre, p, ire, pyre. So let's put these together. Bam, pyre, vampire. Oh, that's vampire to you. Now let's try this one. Now remember, there's another consonant blend right here. So usually this by itself says and this by itself says p. But together they're going to say ump. So finding the vowel, A says a, and remember this consonant ump makes the A says a. So let's blend it. K, a, ump, k, amp, camp. So camp, like summer camp. Now let's try it here. Here's the I. So I says I normally, but because you've got that E right there, the super E makes the I say I. So let's put together. Ire, ire, fire, fire. So like fire, like flames. So now we put them together. This is camp fire. Campfire. Very nice. So my recommendation is please play this video again, but this time lower the volume of my voice so that you can hear more of your voice as you're reading these words. This ends the recording.